Okay, what's up, tycoons? Today we are going to be looking at Tesla, my Esla. Okay, and I don't want to come off too bullish, so we're going to start it off with the bear news first. Okay, get the bad news out the way and look at the good news. All right. So bad news is we have FOMC coming up, and that could potentially be a hinder. All right, and pull the market back. Tesla is one of the most heavily weighted stocks in the market, so have to be wary of that. All right. Plus, also we have this daily gap down on Tesla for to about 750. Okay, from 763 down to 750. These gaps tend to fill about 90 to 95% of the time historically in the stock market. It's just a matter of when, not if. Okay, so you have to prepare yourself. If you want to set some alerts down here, you can short Tesla on some put options and try to catch that scalp on a day trade or a swing trade once we get close to filling that gap. All right. So we got the gap out the way. We're going to go ahead and go to the 4-hour chart. All right, and we're going to look at this pattern that a lot of tech and a lot of growth have right now. Okay, it's a very nice pattern. We have this bullish divergence. Okay, and we also have a little bit of kind of like an ascending triangle. Okay, and essentially that's the pattern that a lot of stocks are showing right now when it comes to tech in the market. Okay, this is a bullish pattern that potentially could take Tesla back above 950, close to 1,000. Okay, right up in between 950 to 975. All right, so we're going to break down that pattern. We're going to look at the bullish divergence, and we're going to give a really nice breakdown. Okay. So yeah, let's get into it. All right. We'll look at these ovals right here. We have a low and then we have a lower low. All right. This is what's known as bullish divergence when you're seeing these lower lows, but you're actually creating higher lows on the RSI, which stands for the relative strength index, right? So you're watching the price of the stock drop lower, but the relative strength is actually increasing. Okay, that's one of my favorite kind of like swing trading indicators, day trading indicators that I like to look for, and setups, right? Is you want to see if the relative strength index is going to rise while the price of the stock is dropping lower. And what you can do is you can look to purchase off of the bounce on the RSI. Okay, and we see that Tesla has bounced 1, 2, 3, 4 times off of this trend line. Okay, so you could have spotted the first 3 times that it bounced, right, and come in here on this day, right, and got Tesla below 650, right, and rode it up to 700, right, 705, 710. All right, those are very, very lucrative, especially if you're trading options, right, and you get some option contracts that have like a month out, and you're able to ride like 4 or 5 days of bullishness. Those are going to be really nice profits. Okay, so that's one of the main reasons I'm looking at Tesla. We have this bullish divergence trend line on our 4-hour chart that we've been following and been respecting. Okay, we're currently overbought, and we have that gap down to fill. Okay, so we have to be mindful that there is a chance that we could pull back, especially with FOMC, but we have to keep in mind, okay, just the technicals. I'm mostly a technical trader. Okay, and this is a very, very clean pattern we have here, this ascending triangle. Okay, we've been bouncing off the lows and the highs here. We got the breakout to the upside and it was a massive explosion. Okay, this is what you expect to see on a pattern breakout. You expect to see a very large bullish move and breakout. All right, if we're looking specifically at our Fibonacci levels, okay, which I tend to use the fibs a lot in a lot of my videos. All right, we broke past our 100% fib level. Okay, this is our blue breakout level, and then we have our green take profit levels. Okay, and look at exactly where we hit and where we stopped at. Okay, we came above, we hit the 100% line. Boom, we came and hit the 1272. All right, that's actually where we found support at before pushing up higher to the 161.8. All right, so really key levels and important things going on here. And once we break past here, okay, the next price target it's got us taken up to is going to be right around 949, okay, which we also have the 61.8 level on the fibs right above that at 949, which again overall is back to that 950 area that I was telling you guys about. Okay, that we potentially could be heading up towards. All right, so we have the Fibonacci showing us that we have price levels up to the 945 and 949. Okay, the fibs are a math formula that exists in nature and the stock market. So it's these numbers really aren't just like pulled out of my butt, right? They're really coming from the Fibonacci formula. Okay, all right. And then I showed you guys how, the pattern breakout also takes us up to those levels, okay, from about 950 up to 975 potentially, right? If we get the move from the bottom to the high of our ascending triangle right here, the breakout potentially above that line is going to take us up to those levels. So that's what I'm watching for on Tesla. Okay, it's really not too hard and not too out of reach. Okay, the Nasdaq and the SPY, okay, the S&P 500, both just broke out from really long-term weekly and daily trend lines. Okay, so there is a chance that the market can continue rallying, but FOMC is here. Okay, so that's the thing that could pull us back. But we got to remember when the last CPI report just came out, the market skyrocketed afterwards, right? The CPI data came out actually a little bit higher than what we thought it was going to be. And still, the market ended up recovering and going on a nice rally afterwards. Okay. So, yeah, it's been really, really tricky to try to play the market these days. But, these are all the key levels that I'm watching. And I'm really liking the price action. Okay. I was watching this pattern, Art K, has the same pattern, and a lot of stocks, in the tech area have been having the same pattern and having similar breakouts. So, if the whole market is trending in a certain way and trying to show you these patterns, you can't ignore them because otherwise you can miss out on really big gains. But you do have to be mindful of the risks, and those being FOMC and the daily gap down. All right. So thank you guys for watching the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And if you want to see your stock in the next video, make sure to comment below.